Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I know I look crazy right now. Let me fix my shit real quick. It's dead ass 1:30. I know I was supposed to come back in the crib and then make the videos, but I was waiting for nighttime anyways. Not to do mad shit when I got in the crib, but we about to watch 3 videos. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's one of them days. I just want to shout out to everybody that's really supporting me. I know we just started and shit, but y'all really showing love. You feel me? Y'all really watching my videos. Y'all really like commenting down below. You feel me? Y'all sharing it, and I really appreciate y'all for that. For real, 100%. Yo, thank you. But yeah, we're gonna get into this videos, man. We're gonna do this shit. I'm tired as hell, bro. I just want to do this shit, get this shit over with, so I can go to bed. But yeah, let's get into it, bro.
Hey, I'm Markia.
That shit really scared me, bro. I'm tired of shit. But the first video we doing today is called "The Dead Are Riding" by, what's it called? Snored? By Snarled. That's how you say it, Snarled. I think I'm saying it right. But anyways, yeah.
Hey, I'm Markia. Want to hear something scary? The dead are riding. Two lovers who only wish to find a way to each other find themselves on a journey they thought they'd never take. This is a Nordic noir, a horror story of love. One cold evening, Agatha was walking home along a gravel road covered in snow and surrounded by trees. The moon was shining down, and a lamp gave her just enough light to see the road ahead. It was freezing cold, and she couldn't wait until she could get back to the warmth of her home. It had been a year since her fiancé Eric had gone missing in the war. His father had given up hope, and they came to terms that Eric was dead, and they'd never recover his body like so many other young men lost. On many nights like this one, walking from work to her abode, she felt as if a shadow was behind her, following in a horse-drawn sled. She'd often heard galloping and turned, hoping to see Eric, only to find no one there. She didn't want to give up, but days turned to weeks, and weeks into months, and soon enough, it was winter. The war waged on, and she stopped receiving letters. So she moved on. But under the blood moon of this night, a year to the date that she'd said yes to his proposal, something felt different in the air. The galloping seemed to be getting closer, the sled just within view. Was it really him? She remembered their promise in the church graveyard where his mother had been buried. He'd sworn that when he got back, they'd be married and he would take her home. No matter what, he'd come for her. Nothing could stop his love for her, not even death. As she listened to the snow crunching under her feet, she became aware of another sound, a loud shushing and crunching that was getting closer. Soon, a sled came to view behind her. There was a black horse dragging the sled along, and she could see that there was only one person in the sled. When the sled stopped next to her, she realized the driver was her fiancé. Agatha greeted him and climbed up on the sled. She was overjoyed that he had come home. Eric was unusual.
Bro, what is wrong with her, bro? Yeah, bro, she didn't hear from him in like how long? And then a fucking carriage come out of nowhere, and then she just hops in this shit like, yeah, this guy. She obsessed with him. That's the only explanation I got for y'all. She obsessed with him. I'm sorry for stopping anybody else.
Really quiet, but she didn't mind. She was just glad to have him back.
Ain't he quiet?
For a long time, there was no sound except for the snow crunching under the hooves of the horse and the skids of the sled, until the young man finally broke the silence.
The moon is shining. The dead are riding. Are you not afraid, my love?
He said. When we're together, what do I have to fear? Agatha responded as she hugged him. The moon on his face made his features seem gaunt and skeletal as they passed lanterns. Was it the light playing tricks on her? All was silent once again. She thought the question was odd, and her fiancé was unusually quiet. The dark night was enough to fill anyone with dread, and she figured that he was just scared. Shell-shocked, they called it, from the war. But there was an emptiness in his gaze. He looked only ahead.
Do you remember your promise?
He said. Agatha wondered why he wouldn't turn to her when speaking to her. Eric, is it really you? She asked, getting a little unnerved.
Yeah, bro, I'm getting
All her
chills.
attempts at conversation were met with no reply besides his strange, trance-like response.
I told you not even death could stop me from coming back to you.
Agatha was starting to get afraid, but she pushed it aside. Where are we going? She asked. The young man did not react to her words, only looking forward at the road ahead. She could only barely see her surroundings in the silver glow of the moon. From beside her, she heard her fiancé muttering,
"As am I now, so you will be."
Tired of his cryptic words, Agatha snapped. What do you mean? You can't just show up and not answer my questions or tell me where you've been or where you're taking me. Suddenly, the sled came to a stop. She looked around, trying to figure out her surroundings.
"A church to be married,"
he said as her eyes adjusted, realizing where she was. She recognized the place as the town's churchyard, the place they had made their pact. As he walked off, she followed. Her thoughts, however, were interrupted by her realization that his military coat was ripped, seeping red all over his back and dripping blood on the snow. Suddenly, he stopped in front of an open grave and took her hand under the moonlight. She looked down. His fingers were bones.
"I have kept my promise. I have come to take you home, my love,"
Eric said as he finally turned fully towards her.
"And you will keep yours."
The moonlight revealed that half of his face was ripped away, exposing his bloody skull. He stalked towards the dark hole in the ground, gripping her hand tightly. Agatha screamed as he pulled her close. It was a kiss of death, his touch ice cold as a shock ran through her system. Her veins froze all throughout her body and face, turning her lips blue as she took her last breath. Carrying his love, the dead man dropped into the grave. In the morning, Agatha was found dead. She was buried in the snow in the open pit her fiancé's family had made for Eric's body in the family plot. His father had received his body in confirmation of his death the evening before. He was going to tell Agatha the news in the morning, but Eric's body had gone missing overnight. To everyone's shock, they found them together in the snow. Their bodies laid to rest. Finally, home.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, son. Snarled, y'all be having some shit, bro. Like, I really fuck with y'all work, bro. 100%. This shit was good, though. This was a good story, though. But on to the next video. Alright, the next video we watching, man, is called Pokemon Horror. Gotta kill 'em all. Hey, you know, I saw the Pokemon, and I was just like, fuck it, you feel me? I want to see what they do, what kind of crazy shit they do with this video, so let's check it out.
Hey, I'm Markia. Want to hear something scary?
Gotta kill them all. The most prized possession of someone's collection is often the thrill of the hunt itself. There's no greater feeling of satisfaction than finding that rare prized item. Beware to anyone that tries to take that feeling away.
You know, I just noticed what happened to Sapphire, the other girl. I don't see her no more. I always see her. You feel me? But it's been a while, so you don't know what happened.
It costs more than life itself. Ayla hadn't played Pokemon since she was in grade school. But when she read the news of rare packs of cards being discovered under the shelves of stores, she was curious. Even better, some of the cards turned out to be extremely valuable. So she decided to join the hunt. Ayla spent her whole Saturday driving from store to store and checking under their old dusty shelves, hoping to hit the jackpot, but came up with nothing. As she was about to give up, Ayla decided to try the mom and pop store by her house. King's Things had been around forever. They had to have something lurking under those shelves. Ayla entered the store and made a beeline to the trading cards. She got down on her knees and reached blindly through the dust and grime underneath the shelves and tried not to be grossed out as something skittered over her knuckles. Finally, her hand landed on something. Ayla pulled out the packet of cards and admired her score.
Something scary cards.
She had never heard of the Something Scary collectible card game, but it looked cool. It must be worth something. At the register, the cashier, a young man named Damien, was astonished by her purchase. His jaw dropped open as he eyed the cards suspiciously. "Was this on the shelf?" he asked. "Yeah, it was the last one," she lied. Damien reluctantly rang it up. The total came to $6.66 with tax. Creeped out by the cashier, Ayla quickly paid and hurried home. Ayla looked up the Something Scary cards and was pleased to learn that they were extremely rare, and unopened packs were worth hundreds of dollars. Even better, many of the individual cards were worth much more. She planned to milk this for all it was worth, and that started with taking pictures for her social media. As she started to unwrap the cards, she heard a knock at the door. To her surprise, Damien, the cashier, was waiting outside. He looked frazzled.
This already got me chills, bro. Look at his eyes, bro. Fucking, I got goosebumps, bro. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this shit is crazy.
And scary as he eyed the open pack of cards in her hands. "Did you follow me home?" she asked.
I didn't even think of that.
"I'm sorry," he replied. "But I mean, my organization, the gatekeepers, need to buy those cards back from you." He pulled out his wallet and added, "We'll pay whatever you want." Ayla was terrified of Damien, and she firmly told him no as she closed the door. Damien suddenly pushed the door open and tried to snatch the cards out of her hands. As the two struggled, the pack of cards exploded across her living room, and both went after them. Ayla reached her card first. It was the Collector. As she stared at it, Damien yelled, "No! These cards are evil. As a gatekeeper, it's my duty to destroy them." But Ayla didn't hear that. She only heard the voice that whispered in her head,
"Play the card you were dealt."
Ayla turned to Damien and slammed the card on the ground. There was a flash of light, and suddenly the monstrous Collector appeared.
Bro, this is not even Pokemon no more. This shit turned into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Before them. A gruesome creature made from the many different parts of his victims. The Collector quickly grabbed Damien as the young man heard its voice whisper in his own head,
"The gatekeepers will never stop us. Pay what you owe."
Damien realized he had never clocked out from work from King's Things. He was there on borrowed time. The Collector grabbed Damien by the wrist, wearing his watch, and twisted it until it made a loud crack. As the monster plunged its sewing needle into Damien, Ayla posted the photos of her Something Scary cards with the caption, "Humbled and blessed." If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email.
I'm not gonna lie, that's it? Alright, let's go check out another channel. We're gonna have to go check out another channel. I had to go over to Alta channel, man. I'm gonna put all these links in the description so y'all could go check them out by yourself or with friends or family. But make sure y'all do share this with friends or family. You feel me? Share my channel, man, please. Alright, man, this is the last one we're gonna do for today. Then we gonna next time I'm gonna look for some, or if anything, y'all down below, send me some videos. I'll go check it out. You feel me? Or message me on Instagram. If y'all ain't following me on Instagram yet, make sure y'all go follow. You feel me? And then message me there. Let me know what type of videos, or send me some horror videos. I'll get into it. You feel me? I'm like half asleep right now. Bad YouTuber right now. So, but yeah, this one is from Alta. This one is called Wet Willy. I don't got no words, bro. Let's just watch it.
Just kind of, any questions? There's no need to be grossed out. You'll find them in a lot of different crops. And remember, they're no danger to humans. Unlike this little bugger.
It's a rumor. Something's happening. Somebody spreading rumors like that is either it's about to be a fight. I guess it's about to be a fight.
Mm-hmm. Said he was playing around with his friends and got a twig stuck in his ear. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, I have seen this before. No. Don't be worried about anything. It's just boys being boys. Mm-hmm.
It's just boys being boys.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? He's a psycho. That's what they call him. Kids are mean, bro. 100%.
Are pretty docile. And they don't actually want to mess with you, or you don't mess with them. Just kidding. Again, they are just fine.
In the middle of class, I'm getting up like, yo, bro, you good, bro? Nah, I'm not even talking. I'm rocking. I'm sorry. I'm rocking.
They're afraid. They're
In the middle of class. Fucking Russell over here.
I have a plan.
What? Did y'all hear that? Nah, I don't like
Nowhere to run, psycho. What?
Psycho.
Do you think your mommy was gonna be down here? Hey! I'm talking to you, freak!
Oh, I just got chills.
Maybe I need to clear out your ears so you can hear me.
It's over.
Watch out for Willy.
Get, bro. That was wild dirty, bro. What the fuck?